Death Day. Count your blessings. Welcome to day 1,317 of What's She Up To Now. Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here, documenting the journey as I transition from brick and mortar corporate world of business, over 47 years of running my own businesses and owning my own businesses and operating them in different industries, while simultaneously for over a quarter century of that working in corporate America and some of the coolest companies on the planet, I have to admit. So today I want to talk about Death Day. What is Death Day? Your death day. On your deathbed, what is going to have been important to you? You know, so many people ponder this question, and some of us have actually had the opportunity to experience this. 11 years ago, in 2010, on this exact day, Tuesday, September 7th, day after Labor Day, I actually had a sudden cardiac arrest and left the planet for a while, left the world, left life for a while. Fortunately, things happened. Definitely had a guardian angel or something, because I had this incident, sudden cardiac arrest, in a place where the person that was running the business could help me. There was an EMT across the street having an anniversary dinner when it happened, and so everything fell into place where people could help me. Now, there was a lot of other drama apparently that I missed out on, but I'm obviously here speaking to you today, so it didn't stick. I always say, I joke about it. I don't talk about it very often or to very many people, because it's kind of a personal thing, and I don't think that many people can relate to it. I saw something with my daughter the other day about near-death experiences or death experience. I guess it was near-death experiences because all of us are still here, but it happens to like 1 million people. And like 1 million people have had a near-death experience and are here to talk about it. And I will say, it does profoundly change you. I mean, I'm the same person, but I'm a different version of the person that I was in 2010. I'm definitely a lot calmer, a lot nicer, a lot more positive, a lot more personally developed, and a lot more fun to be around than I was before that happened, and 10 years ago. 10 years ago, it was a whole lot going on, and most of it felt like it was heavy and negative, and definitely going not in the direction I thought my life would be going. Flip to today, pretty much everything's coming up roses for the most part. In all my areas and aspects of my life, absolutely not. There's always room for our lives to be better. And so I believe, and have firmly believed ever since I was a kid, that we're always learning and growing and continually improving. And we do that our whole lives. I think when we get stagnant, we stop and we think we've learned it all or seen it all, then, you know, what do we have to do? What do we have to live for if we're not continually striving for something or to become something or being a better version of ourselves? I digress. So our idiom, our expression today, and I get to pick it every day, so I picked count your blessings. We're focusing on what I hope are positive idioms for the month of September in the Supersize Your Business group. And it's really interesting, because a lot of the proverbs are like everything else around us is focused on the negative. Even I looked up, you know, count your blessings or gratitude related proverbs, and several of them are negative. Now, if you're talking about gratitude and things to be grateful and thankful for, wouldn't you think that those would be positive? Well, some of them are a warning, of course, because proverbs and idioms tend to be things that we learn from, or warnings, or a creative way of metaphorically stating something that will help us relate to it and help us learn the lesson that it's trying to share. So count your blessings today, and I talked about gratitude and how, you know, being grateful for things is actually a secret to life and a secret to business success that very few people actually think of or take advantage, or not take advantage of, or use in their life to make their life and business better. I didn't take advantage of, just connotates. I'm becoming more aware of my language in 2021. For the most part, up till 2020, I just be me, and I just talk, and I just say what pops into my head. And I'm coming to realize, as I'm focusing on learning more about communication and confidence, I added those to my areas of my life. So instead of just working on 7 key areas of my life and setting my goals around those, I added confidence and communication in April of this year, because I'm working with a coach and a group that is stressing the importance of the words we use, the way we communicate, the things we say, and how we say them. And definitely an area that I've never focused on, so I'm excited to be learning more, but I catch myself now saying things, and for a long time, certain things have just kind of felt off to me, like the word struggle, the word hustle, the word hack, the word fake it till you make it. There's certain things that don't resonate with me because I know they're a lie. They're lies that we tell other people. They're lies we tell ourselves. They're, you know, comparing ourselves to our other people is probably one of the biggest lies we tell ourselves in order to hold us back or prevent us from going for things we want, from stretching our comfort zone and doing and attempting and going forward. Now, I used purposely the word attempting instead of try because I can't stand the word try. The word try has bothered me for a long time. It's a lot like the word hope. Many people, the word hope connotates everything possible for them. For me, and so does try, but for me, try and hope mean that I have an out. I can make an excuse. I can be a victim because I tried it and it didn't work for me. And I think I probably used that in the past. I'll try this, and if it's easier, if it works out, or if I like it, or if it feels good, I'll keep doing it. If it doesn't, I'm going to quit and try something else. So maybe that's from my days in college when I tried a whole bunch of different majors on before I decided what I was going to study and finally graduate with in college. I tried a lot of things. So a language is important. I guess I'm digressing in my conversation, but the words we use, the things we say, how we say them, it's really important. And it's a fun personal development goal to work on our language. And as part of that exercise, as part of that, I've become very aware of how much of our language, how much of the feeling words, how much of the way we define things is negative and from a lack and scarcity perspective. And I think negativity, fear, doubt, worry, anger, I think those are lack and scarcity, fear-based things that have a huge impact on literally billions of people. And people use those things to manipulate us, and it feels bad, right? It doesn't feel good to be controlled or manipulated. So counting your blessings is the focus of our Supersize Your Business idiom today. Now our challenge, our annual challenge, I'm going to take a sneak of my caramel coffee. I'm extremely grateful for caramel coffee, caramel anything. It was talking about, I like this one too, it sort of tied into our counting our blessings. It's from Helen Keller. It's a saying from Helen Keller about happiness isn't attained through self-gratification, right? So many people think that instant gratification, not just self-gratification, but instant self-gratification is what it takes for them to be truly happy. But the truth is, and she says it beautifully, fidelity to a worthy purpose. It means we're faithful to a purpose, what drives us, a why that makes us motivated to continue working toward what it is that we want, what it is we want to create in the world. And it's different for each one of us, but I think that's really important to remember that happiness isn't instant gratification. It's instant gratification it's self-gratification. It's selfish, it's instant. And when was the last time you got something instantly that you really, really appreciated? Pretty seldom happens, right? Things that come easily to us, at least that's what I learned when I was a kid, is if it came easily to me, it didn't feel that good. I had maybe get that little sugar rush. It's like eating a lot of sugar, right? You eat sugar, you get that sugar rush, you get that little burst of energy, and then, a few minutes later or an hour later, boom, you're looking for the coffee and reaching for the coffee or another sugary treat to get that next buzz. That doesn't work out for us very well, especially as we get older. When you consume and have habits like that, they cumulatively add up over the course of our lifetime. So a worthy purpose, having something that's worthy of us, worthy of our time, our energy, our effort, our resources, our belief. So have a worthy purpose. Start working toward that, being faithful to that, because fidelity and faithful to me are the same thing. And see how good that feels. It's like having a gratitude practice. If you've never done it, if you've never been thankful or grateful for anything, just try it on for a couple of days and see how it makes you feel. Appreciate, notice the things around you that you really are thankful for. I truly am thankful for cute coffee mugs and caramel flavored coffee, or any coffee for that matter, in the morning. I'm grateful that I can drink coffee. I actually gave coffee up for 5 years following my sudden cardiac arrest because I thought it was bad for me. Come to find out that coffee is actually good for my particular genetic makeup and physical makeup and my blood type. It's another way of looking at our health that was very helpful for me a couple of years ago when I was having some health challenges. So those are the two main things I'm working on. We just finished the Get Up and Go challenge. We will do that again in the month of October. Why? Because I like to. It makes me feel good. I'm grateful that I can give back to the world by helping people to come up with a way to automatically make changes and challenges work for them instead of against them, or make sure that they're doing things that, you know, rig the deck in their favor. You know, I always like to say the universe is here. The universe is in our favor. A lot of people believe that the world is out to get them. Well, I say, hey, no way, man. The universe is rigged in my favor. It's set up to help me win as long as I'm rolling with it. It's if I'm pushing against it and trying to do something that is against things like universal laws or, you know, laws of nature, it's not going to turn out so well. If I jump off a building, gravity is a physical law. It is going to splat me on the ground just like it would anyone else. But if I work with the laws of gravity, I can use gravity to propel me toward what it is that I want. The same is true of anything else we want to use and put to work. All the tools and techniques and strategies that we talk about and have talked about over the last couple of years, you, at any time, they're free. You can take and you can use them as well. Practicing gratitude is an example of that. Anyone, it's free to be thankful for things, right? It's free to appreciate the good things in our life. It's free to acknowledge and be happy about good things that happen to us and good things that show up in our life. I am grateful for if I have had a really bad day, like the worst day on the planet, which, you know, that doesn't happen very often, I at least crawl into my cozy bed and snuggle in and am grateful for my warm, cozy bed. There's always, always, always something to be grateful for. All right, if you need help with that, ask. If you are struggling and you're having a hard time thinking of something to be grateful for, let's chat about it. I mean, a couple minutes, I guarantee we can get you moving forward in any area or aspect of your life, but especially when it comes to flipping from, and it's a, and this makes it really hard for people. It is a personal choice, and all of us have the power to make that choice. All of us, no matter what, no matter how bad your life's been, no matter what your circumstances have been, we all have the power and the ability to change anytime we want. The rub is that most of us won't change until we're so uncomfortable or we're in such a bad spot that we feel like we have no other choice. We will continue to suffer in silence or loudly. We will continue to put up with a situation that isn't good for us until something forces us to change. I've got lots of examples of that in my life, and I like to think that I try to be proactive in change, but just like everyone else, there's areas and aspects of my life where I let things slip and slide until something, you know, like my health, wakes me up and says, yeah, you've ignored us long enough. It's time to pay attention. Wake up call. All right, any questions, hit me up in the comments below. Otherwise, I've got projects I need to get going on. Have an absolutely amazing day. If I can help you in any way, ask. Otherwise, I will, of course, be with you tomorrow. Just to fill you in on what I'm doing as I transition from the brick and mortar world and the corporate world to the online world, and a little bit of back and forth. Because I'm doing some secret, super fun projects with different businesses that I'm excited to share when it becomes appropriate for me to share those things. Have a great day. Bye. I will, of course, be with you tomorrow.